You've been lying there for what feels like hours. The house is completely silent, but your mind is racing like a freight train. You calculate exactly how many hours of sleep you'll get if you fall asleep right now. 4 hours, then 3, then 2. If you're over 50, this scenario probably feels all too familiar. You start to wonder, is this just what getting older feels like? Are you doomed to wake up exhausted, dragging yourself through the day on pure willpower and caffeine? The sleep industry wants you to think the only way out is a pill bottle. But what if the ultimate sleep solution wasn't found in a pharmacy, but sitting right inside your refrigerator? Hello, I'm Dr. Aris. As we cross the half-century mark, our bodies undergo profound chemical shifts. One of the most frustrating changes happens in our brain's sleep center. But here is the medical truth. You don't necessarily need medication to fix this. You need the right raw materials. Today, we are going to look at 7 highly specific foods that act as natural sedatives, hormonal balancers, and neurological calmers. And I guarantee food number 7 is going to completely change your evening routine. To fix our sleep, we first have to understand why it broke in the first place. When you were younger, your body ran on a tight, efficient biological clock called the circadian rhythm. As the sun went down, your brain's pineal gland would flood your system with melatonin, the hormone that makes you feel deliciously heavy and ready for bed. But aging throws a wrench into this machinery. By the time you reach 50, your natural melatonin production has significantly dropped, sometimes by as much as half. Furthermore, older adults often experience a decrease in deep restorative slow-wave sleep. Your nervous system stays on high alert, meaning every creak of the floorboards or minor shift in temperature wakes you up. The foods we are about to discuss are scientifically proven to bypass these roadblocks. They contain naturally occurring compounds like tryptophan, magnesium, apigenin, and actual dietary melatonin that force your brain to power down and initiate deep sleep. First on our list is a powerhouse fruit that most people completely overlook, the tart cherry. Not the sugary, syrupy ones you find in a pie, but Montmorency tart cherries. These little ruby spheres are one of the very few natural, whole food sources of melatonin in the world. In several clinical trials, older adults suffering from insomnia were given tart cherry juice twice a day. The results were astounding. They increased their sleep time by an average of 84 minutes per night. But it's not just the melatonin. Tart cherries are packed with proanthocyanidins, which prevent the breakdown of tryptophan in your body. This allows tryptophan to go to work for longer periods, essentially acting as a protective shield for your sleep cycle. Drinking a small glass an hour before bed gives your brain the exact chemical signal it needs to know the day is over. Moving on to number 2, almonds and walnuts. You might think of nuts as a midday energy snack, but they hold a secret weapon for nighttime relaxation: magnesium. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing magnesium from our food, leading to restless legs, muscle cramps, and a racing heart at night. Magnesium is known in the medical community as the relaxation mineral. It physically relaxes your muscle fibers and regulates the neurotransmitter GABA, which is responsible for quieting down nerve activity. Furthermore, walnuts specifically contain their own source of melatonin. When you combine the muscle-relaxing properties of magnesium with the sleep-inducing effects of melatonin, you get a highly potent, all-natural sleep aid. Just a handful of these nuts after dinner can significantly lower your levels of the stress hormone cortisol, clearing the pathway for a restful night. Number 3 brings us to the dinner table. Fatty fish like salmon, trout, and mackerel are legendary for heart health, but their impact on sleep quality for the over 50 crowd is groundbreaking. The secret lies in a unique combination of vitamin D and omega-3 fatty acids. Many adults over 50 are deficient in vitamin D, which is directly linked to an increased risk of sleep disorders and frequent nighttime awakenings. Fatty fish provides a massive dose of vitamin D, but the real magic happens when it pairs with omega-3s. Together, these two nutrients stimulate the production of serotonin. Serotonin is the precursor to melatonin. By eating fatty fish 2 to 3 times a week, you are essentially stocking your brain's pantry with the exact ingredients it needs to manufacture sleep hormones effectively. If you have a sweet tooth after dinner, food number 4 is going to be your new best friend, kiwi fruit. It might seem strange to eat tropical fruit before bed, but sleep researchers have discovered that kiwis possess unique sleep-promoting properties. In a fascinating 4-week study, adults who consumed 2 kiwis 1 hour before bedtime fell asleep 42% faster than those who didn't. They also slept through the night without waking up nearly as often. Why? Kiwi fruit has an exceptionally high concentration of serotonin. While serotonin is famous for regulating our mood and making us feel happy, it is also a vital initiator of the sleep cycle. Additionally, kiwis are rich in antioxidants like vitamin C and folate, which reduce inflammation in the body, a common hidden cause of restless sleep in our 50s and 60s. Number 5 is a classic for a reason. Chamomile tea has been used for centuries to calm the nerves, but modern science has finally shown us exactly how it works. It's not just a warm, comforting placebo, it's a chemical intervention for an overactive brain. The key compound in chamomile is an antioxidant called apigenin. When you drink chamomile tea, apigenin crosses the blood-brain barrier and binds to specific receptors in your brain, the exact same receptors that anti-anxiety medications target. It essentially flips the brain's internal switch from fight or flight to rest and digest. For adults over 50 who suffer from late-night anxiety or who find their minds racing with tomorrow's to-do list, a strong cup of chamomile tea 45 minutes before bed acts as a gentle, natural tranquilizer without the groggy side effects the next morning. Remember that sleepy feeling you get after a massive Thanksgiving dinner? That isn't just because you ate too much. It's because of food number 6, turkey and other lean poultry. These meats are loaded with an amino acid that is legendary in the sleep world. That amino acid is tryptophan. Your body cannot produce tryptophan on its own. You must get it from your diet. Once consumed, tryptophan travels to the brain, where it is converted first into serotonin and then into melatonin. Eating a moderate portion of lean poultry for dinner ensures your brain has a steady supply of this building block as the evening progresses. Pair it with a complex carbohydrate like sweet potatoes, and you actually help the tryptophan cross the blood-brain barrier faster, leading to quicker, deeper sleep. We've arrived at number 7, the food Dr. Aris mentioned at the very beginning. It's small, unassuming, but it packs the most concentrated punch of sleep-inducing nutrients of anything we've discussed: pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are what I call a sleep mineral matrix. First, they contain incredibly high amounts of tryptophan, even more than turkey per gram. Second, they are packed with zinc. Zinc is the crucial catalyst your brain needs to convert tryptophan into serotonin. Finally, they are one of the most magnesium-rich foods on the planet. In one small handful, you get the muscle relaxation of magnesium, the raw material of tryptophan, and the conversion power of zinc. It is the perfect, scientifically backed sleep snack. Try eating just a quarter cup of roasted pumpkin seeds an hour before bed and watch what happens to your sleep architecture. Knowing what to eat is only half the battle. To truly reclaim your sleep, you have to combine these foods into a seamless evening routine. Step 1. Anchor your dinner. Incorporate salmon or turkey into your evening meal to get those baseline omega-3s and tryptophan. Step 2. The golden hour. Exactly 1 hour before your target bedtime, stop looking at screens. Dim the lights to mimic the sunset. Step 3. The sleep snack. This is when you drink your tart cherry juice or eat a kiwi with a handful of pumpkin seeds or walnuts. Step 4. The wind down. Brew your chamomile tea, sit with a physical book, and let the apigenin and magnesium go to work. Getting older does not mean giving up on feeling rested. By strategically using these 7 foods, you are taking control of your biology and giving your body exactly what it needs to heal, rest, and wake up energized. I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 foods are you going to add to your routine tonight? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button to join our community. And don't forget to watch our next video on how to naturally boost your morning energy. Until next time, sleep well and stay healthy.